Welcome to Desert Diaries number 84
with Mr. Daniel Craig
and Mr. Christoph Beck.
Welcome.
So, what were you just saying about the level of service that we have at my household?
Yeah, okay. Why? Because you were just requesting Pfizer to please switch on the camera while she's preparing a tea for you.
And I said, it's late in the evening, I like a chamomile tea. She said, would I like my normal Earl Grey? And I said, no, I don't want Earl Grey. Too much caffeine in it, love. You should know this. Chamomile.
And honestly, the fact how she genuinely asked the question to get an answer and not just to show that she's pissed off about
she's very
somebody
amazing.
Requesting a tea to be made just shows like what an absolute keeper she is.
She is. She's the one. Look at that.
And she's actually a good friend as well.
And she's a good friend and a good cook.
Which now brings us to the topic of the day.
The topic of the day.
Cooking.
Yeah. How to make the perfect souffle. So, Chris, hit me with your question. Chris called me earlier and said, this is going to be the topic of our day.
Exactly.
And I said, yes.
So, topic of the day is going to be, can men and women be friends?
No.
See you next time.
End of okay, so this is a very touchy, potentially, but interesting question.
No pun intended.
No, So, what do you think, Chris?
Huh? I think yes.
Really? I think
if it stays non-touchy.
Non-touchy, yeah. I think yes, but it's very, very unlikely.
Why do you think so?
Okay, so why I think so is because in many cases, not all, but in many cases, one of the two has slightly different feelings than the other one. Where with men, I want you to be happy, successful, healthy, all the rest of it, and you wish the same for me. I don't want to get on, I don't need to kiss you, right?
Okay, that's great.
And there's no feelings of that, and I know it's the same way.
Yeah.
But if it was with a girl, there's the potential at some point that could change. There's always that option there. Now, where this rule is somewhat cloudy is, for example, you're friends with Pfizer, all right? And you come over and we spend loads of time together and we do this, that, and the other, and and that's quite normal. But if I wasn't around, would you and Pfizer still remain friends and see each other the way that you do now?
But would you find it weird if now knowing that Pfizer and me just friends, would you find it absolutely weird if we would do something together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you said to me, hey, Pfizer and I want to go shopping together, yeah. I'd be like, that's really weird. There you go.
But okay. But maybe that's a different scenario because obviously, like Pfizer and me met through you.
Yeah.
But say I already know Pfizer.
Yeah.
But nothing ever happened and nothing ever was supposed to happen from both sides.
Yeah.
Now you start dating her. Would you then be like, oh, you can't be friends with this guy anymore?
No. And well, okay, so first thing is I would never ever say to anybody you can't be friends with someone or not. I think that's their choice, right? And whether or not you want to be with someone, then that's your choice, right? So, and this goes back to the whole thing that if you have a girl or a guy, okay, let's turn it on its head, right? So if you're a girl and you date a guy and the guy is really into going out and he wants to go clubbing every weekend and he wants to get drunk with his mates and do all this, and you're a girl that actually really likes doing not that, you might do it once in a while and that's totally cool, but you don't want to do it every weekend. Well, you can say to him, I prefer if you stay home more, you know that. But if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. It's your choice to decide whether or not you want to be with that person. And it's the same thing with that, right? It's.
But let's say you already made the decision you want to be with that person, but now that person hits you with all sort of great plans for the weekend.
Thank you, Lovey. My chamomile tea just arrived.
So now imagine you sit here with your caramel tea. And your girlfriend is like, oh yeah, I really love to go out on the weekend.
Yeah.
With my friends.
Yeah.
Like Scott, Rudolph, and all of those guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what time I'm going to be home, but like, rest assured, Scott is going to drop me home.
Yep.
Inshallah.
Yes.
Would you find that weird?
Yes, I would find it weird. And I tell you why I'd find it weird. Because if it were the other way round, and I said to Pfizer, I'm going out tonight, I've got, this girl, that girl, and we're going to go hang out. I don't know what time I'll be back. Out of respect, I wouldn't do that. Because, again, I believe that there is always that potential of one of the other people potentially, in the nicest way, I might not have any feelings towards any of these two girls that I'm going out for drinks with, but one of them may have feelings for me. And, that's where I think there's the issue.
But now, let's assume, and that's my opinion, the human being has some sort of impulse control,
right,
and can still be in charge of what they do.
Yep.
Don't you think it's possible for a man and a woman to spend time together and not wanting to hook up, and even if for whatever reason they think this other person is hot, just shut it off completely and be like, well, but we're just friends and I'm not interested in that,
Yeah, I mean, of course, for a small amount of time.
Yeah.
But how many times have you heard this story where, oh no, they were friends for 8, and all of a sudden they realized they were best friends and they got together, and now I just think it's unlikely. I don't say it's impossible. I just think it's unlikely.
Because for example, let's now not speak about only theoretical things.
Okay.
But like, I am friends with many girls, and I never have developed feelings or made a move on any girl where that would have been inappropriate.
Okay.
And I have absolutely no desire with most of them. And in fact, the more time you spend,
the less likely,
the less you're interested.
Yeah.
Because
you hear about them hooking up with
exactly,
guys.
Because, or like you get to, I think maybe that's also just me personally, but I think when you get to know a woman, there's so much mystery around her, and that kind of gets you really intrigued to getting to know her on like a more emotional and like a flirtatious level. But sometimes when you start being friends from the beginning, and she's directly demystified, then you think like, boy, honestly, like this girl tells me about like, oh, she hooked up while she was still seeing
with
somebody
this other guy
else.
Or
Or
I
she
get it.
Girl tells you like, oh, I have a really disgusting STD, but I didn't tell my boyfriend because it's kind of embarrassing. So now he might get it as well. And you just sat there and you're like, oh hell no, like, and that's oftentimes what I feel like with female friends, where you actually don't want to get to know them in this way anymore because you already know so much weird things about them.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop them having feelings for you.
Yeah, but you can still tell them, listen, we're just friends.
You could do, but there's always that chance of, but if someone wants to spend time with you because they have this hope that actually they're going to be with you, because in the nicest way, if I'm spending time with a girl that's just a friend, and let's say I'm single, more than likely I'm wanting to take things further with them. Not always, but more than likely.
Have you ever hooked up with a friend?
I'm not talking about things like this, Chris.
Huh?
Have I ever hooked
No,
up?
I mean, like...
His name was John. Well, no, because I don't have many friends that are girls that aren't in relationships with friends.
Not right now, like in the past.
No.
Never.
No.
So then it does work for you.
No, because they've always become relationships. Oh, what have I been friends?
Okay, so every single friend that you have had ended up being a girlfriend.
Right, yeah, because you become friends with someone, you like them, they like you, and then it turns into more than that. Yeah, Okay. So that's.
But
my
you ever had
experience.
any friends where you were just like friends, but kept it this way?
Not that haven't. I found out later wanted to be with me.
Okay.
Right, so it's always been that I didn't want to be with them, and then.
Did you never have any friends that you were like absolutely not attracted to, and they were not attracted to you? That's interesting.
I don't think so.
Because I had many friends where I'm just not interested in them in that way.
Yeah, but they might have been interested in you.
No.
Come on.
Like for example, also girls that might be in a relationship, so they're clearly not interested, and I'm not interested.
Yeah.
So I don't think, I think this, like, when you, at least me personally, when I know this is not supposed to be a relationship, if my brain says this one is in the friend zone, then I don't see a reason why I should change it. Yes, I have also hooked up with friends before that were also single, and then we went back to just being friends. So nothing ever romantically like came out of this friendship, you know. But I think if both sides are from the beginning aligned on the fact that this is like a friendship, I don't think why this shouldn't be possible. And at the same time, I never entertain any friendships with girls that I secretly try to hope to make a move on at some point, because I think that's the most like the biggest torture and kind of like giving away every single piece of your dignity. If you play that fucking clown who's like running after some girl and be like only friends while he secretly trying to smash.
But a lot of people do that. A lot of women do that. A lot of, in my experience, that's happened a lot. You know, I've been in that situation. I had a very good friend, and this is personal experience, when I was in America and I was dating a girl and we were together for a while. And then I had a friend who I thought was a friend who was a girl, and we got on really, really well. And we would go and hang out together. Her dad was a cop, and he was really cool, and I'd spend time with them, and I knew like the mum and dad, and it was really nice. And I just thought it was just a really cool relationship. She was like a guy, you know, we just go drinking and having a laugh, and then one night,
geezer girl.
Yeah, exactly, geezer girl. And then one night we were, you know, walking back home or whatever, and she literally broke down and said, "Listen, I'm totally in love with you. Like, I want us to be together. I have done for," and it was like, what? Like, and it ruined it. That was it. That was the end of the friendship, because I'm loyal to the person. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So I think it can happen, but I just think it's unlikely, and it takes two very special people, and maybe you're that special person that can switch off that, but most people can't, including myself. Like
I have so many friends that are friends with girls, and
maybe it's a German thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very normal.
But it could be, right, because you know it's a different thing. Maybe it is a very German thing, because and you guys are very open in some ways to other Europeans. Definitely more than English. Like,
but to be honest, most of my friends back home in Germany are from other countries as well.
Oh, okay, well that screws up.
So that kind of takes away that point.
Well, I was trying to make a really good point there.
And I'm not like the typical German, so I don't know.
For fuck's sake. Okay, so whatever. Okay, so me personally, no, I think it's very, very unlikely. I'm not saying impossible, just unlikely.
I mean, what do you think about this hypothesis that I've?
God, here we go.
There's
cream for that.
I've seen that somewhere, and I was thinking if that's actually true, that girls when they entertain friendships with guys, always look at this person subconsciously as a backup option once things go sideways with a boyfriend. Do you think that's the thing?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because, you know, like the explanation for it is that that, you know, the girl, like in the like Stone Age, gets pregnant, her husband dies, but then there's already John over there who she's been good friends with, who's now taking care of her and the kids.
I think if you know, and I don't want this to go down the whole misogynistic, like sexist, women do this, women do that. No. But, and this is my view, based on my life experiences, so please, you know, a woman wants someone they see as ambitious, so they see as secure, a provider. Men want someone that it's very different.
What
I think.
What do men want?
Do you know, it's a very interesting thing is what do women look for? And this is my opinion, so I don't know, maybe some woman can tell me I'm completely wrong and whatever.
No, but
what do men want in a girl? What I'm looking for is someone that is loyal, someone that challenges me, someone that can be by my side in everything that I do, from like Faisal and I clean the car today. that kind of stuff. But also someone that is caring, nurturing in a way that I'm not, because I can be a bit of a dick, and that I really like someone that can, go, you're being a dick, like stop it. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. But I think it's very different. I wouldn't care if Pfizer worked in McDonald's or if she ran a Fortune 500 company.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make any difference to me what she did. It would make a difference to me how she acted when we were together and how she was with us. Where I think sometimes, and again, that women look for different things in men. Like,
But now we're talking about friendship, not relationship.
Oh,
so
okay.
What are they looking in friendship for like...
They don't need a guy to be a friend with them. Women don't need men to be friends with them.
But I think they actually want to be friends with guys, because sometimes, even if they're in a relationship, they have the feeling of, this guy could potentially be an option.
All right, so
things go sideways with this guy,
Yeah, so she's not looking at him as a friend. She's looking at him as a potential
but
replacement.
But she is treating the guy like a friend.
Yeah, at that moment. But again, that goes back to right at the start of this, is that people don't just want to be friends. They look for what they actually really want is to be with them. So they might...
But then, for example, me, who in those cases actually is only that friend, and is not...
Well, they're going to be shit out of luck, aren't they?
Is not interested in them.
Yeah. She's out of luck.
I think there are other guys like that as well who can be like, well, I actually don't care in that sense about that person,
Yeah.
So like, for example, like, I don't know. I think it's a valid point, obviously, that people don't want their girlfriend to be spending time with the same guy all of the time. That's just maybe like a setup for failure on the long run, as you said earlier. But at the same time, like, for example, I have never hit on anybody that has a boyfriend. But I'm also really genuinely not interested in them. But at the same time, it also helps, like, honestly, good things about being only friends with a girl, is that even from a dating point of view, you will get lucky so much more because she has friends. Like, that like, in my opinion, I'm always thinking, like, it's better to be friends with a really good looking woman, because where this one came from, there's probably more,
You hear it here first, guys.
You're already
the art of getting a girl.
No, because then, like, if this very pretty lady introduces her to her equally pretty friends, they will be like, if she is spending time with this guy, he can't.
And she introduces, here's Chris, my gay best friend. Girls don't need to be friends with guys. There's no reason, because girls.
Yes, of course.
What possible reason?
Why I would be a better friend than another female? I'm funnier.
He is German, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I mean, like, person to person, that doesn't depend on the gender, but that person might be special in a certain way, might be funny, might be doing interesting things, and that doesn't mean you want to smash,
Yeah.
And that's why I'm friends with some girls that I'm not attracted to, but I would still say it's great to be friends with them because they're amazing people.
Right, and I agree. That's lovely. That's real. And do any of them have feelings for you?
No.
100%?
100%.
You sure?
Yeah.
So, and here's the test. Send them a text.
Yeah.
Send them a text and be like, hey, listen, I know we've been friends for ages, but I'm thinking about this. I just can't get you out of my mind. Let's go for dinner maybe this Friday. And see what happens.
100%. 99%.
They would say 100% laughing.
I mean, I'm good friends with, for example, one of my best friends' wife, which is also one of my best friends.
Yeah, but it's different though, right? You're friends with Pfizer.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're all, you know us all, you know him.
Exactly, but in this scenario, I'm also spending time with only her, and there's never any question that we're just friends.
Okay, it's slightly different, but yeah, I get it. Look, if you said to me, "Hey, I've got to buy my sister a present,"
and if I would send her that text, she would be, "What the fuck?"
Exactly, because she's not single. But if she was single, Okay, maybe we need to readjust what we're saying here. A single guy and a single guy, a single girl and a single guy, can they just be friends? That, I think, is no. Can you be friends with a friend of yours, girlfriend, wife, partner? Yes, you can. Because it's a friendship based in that situation.
Yeah.
For example, if you said, hey, my sister's birthday's coming up, can Faisal and I go shopping? Or, you wouldn't even ask me. You just be like, I'm going to go shopping. Faisal would be like, yeah, I'll go with you. I wouldn't care. I have absolutely no issue with that at all. If you were like, hey, Faisal and I are going to catch a drink Friday night, do you mind not coming? Yes, I would have a problem with that. See, there's a big difference there, right?
Yeah, okay,
so,
yeah.
But two single people, a boy and a girl, I think it's very unlikely that they can just be friends because there's no, in most cases, not a real benefit for them just being friends.
Yes, there is the benefit because that other person is just interesting, but maybe absolutely not attractive. And maybe both people have that exact same perception.
Listen, maybe I've missed out in the world so much because
maybe because you're so hot, Daniel.
do you know that is probably
girl
what it is.
Naturally, just falls
I'm
in love
just
with you.
beating them away with. But
maybe that's the perks of being ugly. You can actually be friends with the other gender.
Yes, maybe. But no, I think that it's just very difficult. Again, nothing's impossible, right?
Yeah.
I
I mean, of course, sometimes when both parties are single, then as soon as alcohol comes into the play, like the subconscious is like, oh, let's explore why I'm such good friends with that person.
Yeah. Or all of a sudden you look quite attractive. Where with two guys, I can tell you now, it doesn't matter how drunk I get. At no point are we Brokeback Mountain. At no point, right? It's not even. It's not.
Thanks for reassuring me.
No, but that's the thing. If you went drinking with a girl,
yeah,
and you both had a few drinks, and it's a beautiful night or whatever, you're having a great time. There's a potential that one of you is going to take things further, and that's why I think it's very difficult to just be friends.
Okay, I understand that point. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it going wrong, right
or wrong.
Before, yeah.
Okay, that's my other point, right? I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It doesn't, right? Because it could be that those people were meant to be together and they end up being together and they've been friends for a while and they met because they met through couples and actually both of those relationships fell apart and then they joined. Great.
But at the same time, I also think it's like when you start dating out of a friendship, that's probably even more risky then because then you also destroy the friendship.
Yeah,
if the relationship goes wrong and potentially the friend group.
Yeah.
Because then...
well, how many times have you had that? You've heard where you've got this friend group and then a couple break up and then it's like you have to choose him or her. And that's really sad because you don't just lose the girl or the guy, you lose everything else.
That's why, for example, I prefer honestly to date people that are completely unrelated to any of my friends. So in this way...
if you can cut it off.
If she's gone...
She's just like a dead limb.
Nobody's going to worry about it, you know?
Well, I think that's a very interesting conversation there. And we're going to wrap it up for the evening. So thank you very much, Mr. Beck.
And I'm going to go shopping with Faisal now.
Yeah.
Would you mind not coming?
Oh, and there's Baxter. All right. Thank you very much.
Bye.